It's crazy. There's so much traffic here in town center. Well, I'm gonna be here for a while, so while I'm here just chilling, I want to talk to you guys about love. Now, this is a rules of a night, but I think this might be my longest episode ever because there's a lot I gotta put into this. There's more to this than I can even imagine. It's it's complicated, and I just want to let you know I live for love. Hanging out, dating people, all the girls I've been in a relationship, all these things are what's really important to me. It's because of insecurities, yes, but it's another thing I have to dive deep in this whole thing. But what's really important to me is love and passion and joy and family. That's my important thing in the whole world. And I believe if there's no love, there's no point in living. I really believe in that. I don't think anything else is more important than love. Like, on a scale of what's important, love is number one. It really is. It really is to me, and it's in the way I think about things. It's all down to, like, how can I get the most love from people that I love? Like, how can I show them I love them, and how will they show me I love them back? How can we have an amazing relationship? How can things go on, and dive how we can make this better, and what can we do? Like, when I'm in a relationship, I usually always like to think about what I can do to make it the best thing ever, or how, when are we gonna do this date, or when is it spontaneous, or what gift can I get her, or what, do all these cool things, because I never want a relationship to be boring, dull, or bland. And if it is, there's one of two things. One is, I just, I, I don't feel the same way. I don't feel love. I don't feel passion. I don't feel joy. I just don't feel it. And if I am in that way, it's delusional for me to stay in a relationship, so I'm being delusional. So that's stupid, and I know this. Or the other reason would be I'm so caught up in doing certain things that I just start neglecting. And I honestly want to be told I'm not, and if I don't change, again, it's more delusional. I'm being delusional. I'm not listening. So I've always loved the stories about books where it's like action, but there's a love story in it, because I love it. That stuff gets me going. But why love also has made me stronger in each and every way. So each time I either end up breaking up with somebody or getting broken up, I become better, stronger, and faster. So now, I think all of you guys know, and if you haven't, check my old videos, but August was a rough month for me. So I was dating Andrea Bonilla for like the last, it was 2 years, give or take. And I can go on about her for days. She was the most amazing, beautiful, smart, awesome, nice, loving girl you will ever meet in your life. She's fucking amazing. She's the most gorgeous. Like, her hair. I love her curly hair. I love her body. Like, she's like a mom. She's just so gorgeous. And then her personality, that's what I loved about her. She's just so go-getter, and then gonna get there and kill in life, and smart, and knows what she wants to do. And I loved her so much. She was so amazing, and all the moments we had, where I cherished every moment of them, and it was great. It was the most amazing relationship ever. But like I said before, I started to, like, neglect the relationship, and I didn't do what I always did with the relationship, and I didn't put effort, and I didn't care as much. But I did care, but I didn't want to leave the relationship. I knew it was going to end. I think it's when I started to say we're gonna end it before we go to California, and these other girls and stuff like that. I just stopped loving her as much as I always wanted, like I did, and I was living in delusion. I just living in stupid delusions and lies and stupid shit. And then I started to really appreciate what we had. Well, actually, no, I broke up with her because I realized all this. I said, this is over. We're done. I don't wanna hurt you anymore. I don't want things to go. I just don't. Something's not right. We need to end. And then, like, a couple weeks later, I tried to get back with her, and it almost worked out. But then she found out of my infidelity, my mistake, and then that month it, like, broke me, my identity and stuff like that. And then I came back stronger than ever, and now I'm the happiest I've ever been, and things are going amazing, and everything's awesome. But there's one thing I gotta say. I never stopped loving you, and I still think about you. And when I think my life isn't better because you're not in it or anything like that, I'm just, my life's moved on, and I've moved on, and so things are awesome. But life isn't not worse or better. It's just, I wish you were still in it, but you're not, and it's okay. And that's all I have to really say to you, Andrea, is I just hope you can forgive me and move on and not let my past self still hurt you. I really hope you can move on. I don't want you to live in pain or sorrow or emotional, like, distraught. I just move on, please, for my sake. Because I feel guilty sometimes. I do. And I don't, I remember you told me that I didn't feel the pain or whatever. I want to let you know that I did. I felt more pain than you can imagine. But it's okay. Time will heal all wounds. Time will teach me lessons. And it's just gonna get better. It's gonna get better. So, in all this journey of me learning about love, I realize who I really love, like what it is I really want in a relationship, what it is I really want in a girl, what it is I really want in myself, what do I really love about. Like, in the last couple of months, I've really learned about all this stuff, and I know what it is to be a kind of person that really can give somebody their love and joys and passion. And it's not easy. Not everything takes work, but I would tell you one thing: love is the best thing in the world, and I would do whatever it takes to feel the feeling of love. Meaning, I would never be afraid to love someone because I might get hurt. I feel like that's stupid and just in itself selfish. And if you don't like feel love, you'll never embrace it. Like, if you protect yourself from love, you don't get love. It's true. It's really true. Like, if you don't go out there and just go all deep and love the person, you'll never feel it. You'll just be a shell who's like kind of loving but kind of not. And I've gotten hurt before because I feel like I've loved someone so much they never love back, or I did so much stuff and then people, this happened to me before. And then there's been moments where people have loved me so much and I've never given it back. And there's been moments where things happen and I go, they don't really understand me. Maybe I don't even understand myself. And that's another reason why I believe we shouldn't hold grudges, especially at a young age, because we're all learning. I'm learning what I love, and you're learning what you love, and it's not easy. So I really love this chapter in the book because there's a really great story about the main character. So if you go on my Instagram, there's a nice picture where it shows a chick who's got a nice body and she's just standing there taking a picture of herself. And then there's a girl on the right. It's an imperial girl, but it's a girl who's got like a sword and she's badass looking and like fuck shit up. And I go, which would you rather have? Or like, and I would rather have the girl who's trained. Doesn't have to be hot. Like a girl who's you know, handy and very. I love a girl who smiles, and I love a girl who's always like excited, not positive, but just excited. It's just like, oh, let's do this, and always down for anything. A girl who like loves nature, working out. Not necessarily like a workout for you, but like just to be active, and then we'll do anything, run around, do skydiving, cool stuff like that. A girl who loves video games. If you don't like video games, I don't know. It's come to my attention that like not like you have to some kind of like if I talk to you about a certain game, you just understand because I love video games. It's my thing. You know, like Star Wars and all this stuff, and I can just geek out with you. And that's really it. Like those are some, but like someone who smiles, who really loves people and cares about people. That's it. And then I'll love you for I. There's a thing I've learned. the only thing that ever matters to me about a girl, and to show me true love, it's just like, it's to support me, and it's just the feeling of touch. You can give me all the gifts in the world and it would mean nothing to me. You can say all the nicest things to me and it means something at first, but you can even do stuff for me. But the thing that really matters is when you're around there and you hold me and you like tell me like that you love those stuff like that. I love, and I never knew that until like now. Love is insane. Love is crazy. I love it. I've never been let down by love. I've been let down because I didn't realize that the end was the beginning. The end is the beginning. The end of my last relationship was the cause for the greatest awakening in myself and the greatest change. I've changed so much in certain ways. So I've was discussing how I was gonna change. I'm a changed person. I'm not the same, and it's entirely true when it comes to relationships. But there are certain things where I don't change it because I'm like, this is the reason why I'm just, this is what I like. This is who I am. And yeah, it just changes me. Like I've grown so much. I care so much about things that I understand now how much I love like the family and the kids, and it's all exciting. But I understand that like there's a lot left to do and see and be and understand. So love is a journey. It's like it's a train in Inception where he's talking about we're gonna go on a train and we don't know where we're going, but we're gonna take it nonetheless. It's about like relationships. So we're gonna take a train, we're gonna go, and who knows where it's gonna take us, how long it's gonna be. But we're in it together, and that's all that matters. It can't be love. I'm only here for the love and joys of life. So I'm going to talk to you about the story in the book. So in the book, there is something very, very amazing about this. So he meets this one princess, and she's beautiful. She's I think they call her Doe or Sage, and he describes her as like the most beautiful girl in the land. She's adorable. I love her so much. So I think he goes to a party. And in that party, he meets her and dances with her, and they said, hey, you should come live with us and be like the dancer or whatever and do the things. She does that for a little bit, but it's kind of superficial. It's kind of like not real. Like, it doesn't really mean anything, so it's whatever. And then one day, while he's doing his thing, his grandfather gets sick, which is the master of the book. And he goes, I need help. So he goes to the nurse, the medic of the town, and he brings her over there to help the grandfather. And as they're doing their thing, he finds this girl attractive. He's like, I love this other girl. They send letters back and forth. They're doing other things together, like hanging out, talking about his grandfather. Time goes on, and he starts to think less about the princess and more about her. And in a moment, he realizes, I never fell in love with my wife like right now. I fell in love with her slowly. It happened gradually, and then now we're here, and I love her so much. And I think that's the true essence. Like, it's not about boom, we're in love. It's something that grows and becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and more intense as it goes on. And you go, I really love this person, because we've been together for like a year now, and I just every day I love that person. Like, that's something more profound than going, oh my god, we met and like love at first sight. Like, it's possible, but I think true love builds upon time, and it's about work, and it's about communication and talking about each other. And it's never about taking advantage of each other. It's about a team. It's a teamwork. It's a group. So we're going to conquer the world. So what's really important about this chapter is about the superficials of life. So everybody wants the model, the 10 out of 10 girl, the girl who's the most attractive, the guy who's the most attractive, with this, all this stuff. And I don't think that really matters. Like, looks don't matter. I mean, they do, maybe like a marginal, but it's the personality of the person. Like, if a girl smiles her beautiful smile, it adds, like, you become way more attractive, and you there's just so much to it than just being attractive. It's acting attractive. It's doing stuff that, like, oh, I like this. I really believe that there's somebody out there, not necessarily was like created in destiny, but there's someone out there who you'll meet, and they'll change your life. They'll change your world, and they may last for 2 years, and that's it. And that's the way the world works. Life stuff comes and goes, but never regret it. Never look back and say, oh, the bad memories. Just go, unless you need to learn lessons. But I mean, I look back at our 2 years, and all I think about is the great times we had together, what I was, and how amazing it was, and I loved her, and I still do. And yeah, nothing has changed. I just moved on. Things have turned around. And now I can be friends with the people I've been like in relationships or hung out with. Like, I don't hate, and then people can date my ex-girlfriends or it doesn't matter. I understand it at a point when you tell somebody, hey, like, I want to be with this girl again, and they mess with that. That's the problem. I can't stand that. It pisses me off. But when I'm like, break up with her, I'm like, we're done. Like, anybody can date that person. And then the ex-girlfriends, I can be best friends with them. I got best friends. I'm friends with one of my exes. And because we just are. Like, there's nothing, there never was anything, and there never will be anything. It's just friends. And oh, I gotta talk about the insecurities. So another thing that happened in August is I realized my insecurities for things. The reason I've been doing all this stuff is because I was insecure. I was a shy guy back in the day. 3 years ago. It hasn't been that long since I was a shy little KB who was afraid to talk about all this stuff with people and afraid to show my face and afraid to do anything, and I wasn't confident and couldn't talk to girls. Like, it hasn't been that long. So all this stuff, it happens to me. I get like overwhelmed sometimes, or I don't know how to handle it, or maybe I do know how to handle it, but I don't do it right because it's coming from a place of insecurity. So we all have insecurities. We all have mental things going on in our head because of our childhood or things that have happened. Life is a crazy place. Don't let it. Don't let it break you. You have a problem when you were little. Figure it out. Write about it. And solve it. That's a simple way. The complicated way is going to be hard. Okay? Understand you have insecurities. You have things that bother you. But don't let it control you. Don't let it become your life. Just understand you have them. Watch out for them. And try to come from a place of love and happiness. I've had some insecurities, and like there's something I do sometimes has to go certain, but I don't believe that to be true. So like, you don't know me unless you talk to me and legit talk to me and listen to my heart and my actions, and because sometimes what I say isn't how I really feel, or what I do isn't the right thing, and that's a place of insecurity. That's a place to be honest, I do way more and say way more than what I probably shouldn't do, but it's still a lot. There's still a lot that like it's hard to take up because I'm a complete opposite of what everybody says. You say go to college, I say no. You say do this, and I say no. Like, there's a lot of things where I go, that's not the way I will do it, or I do, and people are like, what are you talking about? It's not easy. It's not easy being yourself in this world, but it's the most rewarding. Yeah. But life is fun. When you love somebody, you look at them in their eyes and you see their eyes sparkle, and I would trade $1 million for that. There's something so beautiful about that. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the next chapters in everyone's lives. I'm excited for everybody to be like successful and happy. So I hope everybody meets that one person that makes them smile and sparkle and light up inside. I want everybody to feel that feeling of love that I feel and felt, and it's amazing. And I never want anybody not to feel it. And I never want anybody to feel pain or from past like traumas or stuff. I don't. I hope people can heal and let the past go and move on and love wholly and wholly, like don't love halfly, don't love quarterly. Love the whole bunch and love even more. Give 100%. Never give less. Because less is not worth it. You either love or you don't love at all. And you're gonna get hurt. If you don't get hurt, you didn't love hard enough. You didn't love with your whole bones, your whole body, your whole being. And I want to leave you guys with something very important, and it's so profound. It says, love is the end goal. It is the music of our lives. There is no obstacle that even love enough that. My bad. Let me say this again. It's kind of hard to drive video and talk at the same time. Love is the end goal. It is the music of our lives. There is no obstacle that enough love cannot move. Love can move mountains, shape shift the world, change lives. There's nothing that love cannot move. That's it, guys. Go love and give more love, and just keep giving love. Done.